This week we're working on stretching our mind and our spirit and our heart, not just on the mat, but and not just physically, but through a concept of compassion. So this week I ask you to practice compassion, and this is an assignment, homework I'm giving to myself, because there are certain things, situations, ways of thinking, ways that people treat me or others in the community in this world that are not okay and make me so mad and frustrate me, and even sometimes make me feel helpless. However, those feelings, like when I did this, like, oh, I'm so mad, those feelings, they hurt my health, and they hurt my frequency and my vibe and how I am able to deliver and give to the community in the world. And so compassion is the medicine. Compassion soothes that frustration, that anger, that disappointment, that sadness that we can feel for things in this world or people in this world that we don't necessarily agree with, like love. Yoga philosophy talks about the evils of the world, and how to deal with the evils of the world is to just be indifferent with them. And I think that's an interesting concept, especially for someone who, in my 20s and early 30s, was one who was like, let's fight the system and fight back. Indifference means don't give it any more attention, because it doesn't deserve that. And so when someone comes at you with something negative or judgmental, or you see this in the community, you see the greed, you see the manipulation, you see the taking advantage of, you see these things that make us feel hopeless or helpless, don't give it more attention. Rather, submit to passing out the feeling of compassion and practice it with the self. Where can we be compassionate with ourselves so that we can help to be compassionate with others? Where can we forgive ourselves and maybe the way that we judge our mind or our body, or the thoughts that we have, or the mistakes that we have made? This time of year can always be one that is stressful, with elections and various political opinions and agendas. And watch your health, take care of your health, and come to a place where we can practice compassion first, because compassion in this world makes the world a place that I want our children and grandchildren to live. It makes our world more peaceful, and it makes it feel okay, especially when there's things that are not okay. So sit with yourself, because the word compassion can be really hard to define. In fact, if you listen to this video, I kind of define it by what it's not. What is it? And then how can you practice it with yourself and with the world for peace? And we do this compassion practice, this loving kindness practice for ourselves, truly. It doesn't mean be a pushover, right? It doesn't mean to be oblivious or ignorant. But it does mean be what you want more of in the world. And that is a place of peace, right? And that is a place of forgiveness. And that is a place of love. And liking and loving are two different things. And loving the way that we love our children and, our partner is different than compassion, right? And so how could you practice this? And how can it play a part in your life? And what's really important of it is why we're choosing to do it is so that we can have more peace and wellness within ourselves internally, and then as a result, have more peace and wellness externally in the world.